Johnny Rainey here. This video is going to be all about hitting breaking balls. Basically what we're going to talk about is the 12-6 breaking balls, so the traditional breaking ball for the curveball, and the sliders. So hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a comment below in the box or hit me up on my Instagram at Johnny Rainey Baseball and let me know if you have any questions. Alright, so the first thing I want to say is that there's a saying that's been around for a long time, since I was a little guy, and I know I've heard it for a long time, and it is the best way to hit a breaking ball is to not miss the fastball. And it's kind of funny, but it's really true at the same time, because as you get older, you do not want to face the nasty secondary stuff that a guy has. So best way to hit a breaking ball, don't miss the fastball. Alright, so obviously in a perfect world, you're going to backspin every fastball that comes into the zone in the gap or hit it for a bomb, whatever it is, but in reality, that's not the case, and that's not what happens. So when you do get a breaking ball, let's say we'll start with a 12-6. So the saying I go by and the saying I teach is if you see it high, you let it fly. If you see it low, you let it go. So this is primarily for the 12-6 breaking ball. I mean, you can apply to the slider depending on the movement and the shape of the pitch, but for see it high, let it fly. Basically, if the guy's throwing a 12-6 breaking ball, so he's here, okay, if you see a pop out the top of the hand, okay, you see it pop up, okay, that's seeing it high and we're letting it fly. So a 12-6 breaking ball, once it pops up, I mean, even regardless, it's going to have this spin right here where it's up and down, like hands on the clock, 12-6. Okay, so the ball's going up and down. That means that ball's going to stay elevated and hung up in the zone for you to hit. Most likely, it's a get me over. All right, so the next part of the 12-6 breaking ball with the see it low, let it go, is a guy who really stays fastball oriented for a long time, and then the last second snaps it off this way. So if he does it this way, okay, you're not going to see a pop. You have to see it low, let it go. So if you see skinny wrist late this way, it's going to be a ball. So that ball's going to stay sharp, it's going to stay down, it's going to bite out of the zone. Okay? So see it low, let it go. So see it high, let it fly, boom, pop out the top of the hand, see it low, let it go, ball exploding down on the front. Okay? Alright, now for the slider guys. So slider guys, for me, I didn't learn to hit well until probably my redshirt sophomore year in college. And the thing with slider guys is they always start on their arm side of the rubber. The reason for this is being they want the pitch to start at you, so basically start at you or behind you and make you give up on it a little bit earlier and then have it break off onto the plate. And or they'll start in the middle of the plate and have it break off and then you're fishing for it this way. So main thing with slider guys, make sure your vision's intact. I'm going to show a way for you to combat those slider guys who are starting the pitch at you / behind you in a little bit, and we're going to talk about it, but it's all about your vision mostly for slider guys. It's not your mechanics if you have trouble with them. For the most part, I mean, it might be a mechanical thing, but I highly doubt it. A lot of the times it's vision. Now, if he's another guy who stays fastball oriented for a long time, so he's fastball, 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 and the last second he turns it over, those guys are really difficult to hit. I'm not going to lie to you. There's no way to really combat it or teach how to really drive the baseball off those guys. I mean, they're doing their job. They're deceiving the hitter. They're disrupting timing. So, honestly, my best advice I can give to those guys, it's easier said than done, but try to take it until you get 2 strikes and make him repeat it. Because guys who can repeat that nasty slider 3 times in a row, I mean, it's tough at bat. Tip your cap, move on to the next one. But at the same time, the guys who have the ability to do that 3 times in a row are playing at a very high level and are probably going to play professionally. So those guys, grind it out when you get 2 strikes. If you have to spread out, lift it up, put it down, spoil pitches, live to see another day, do it. But those guys are really tough. So the best way I can say to handle those guys is get your vision on them. We're going to talk about that right here. Alright, so the vision part of things, we're obviously talking about where those guys are starting the baseball at, where you're picking it up in the zone. So for me, I had a hard time because I was always an open guy, and as I was coming to my stance, I would come to like a close or even spot. So when that pitch was coming in, I would lose it until I got halfway in the zone, right? So the pitch is starting right here where I can see it, and then as I come to lean on the pitch and stay on it, I'm losing sight of it until it gets halfway, right? So the way that I combated it is, and the way I teach it, is basically you don't change your mechanics, you don't change where you stay in the box. All you try to do is pick up the ball earlier. The way you do that, okay, is instead of trying to pick it up out of the corner of your eye this way, okay, all I'm going to do is then spin my head directly. So my shoulders are going to stay the same. Don't spin your shoulders open. It's going to leave you susceptible to everything away. Leave your shoulders the same, and basically just put your chin on your shoulder. Tuck your chin on your shoulder. That way you track it the entire way. You're not picking it up halfway. Alright guys, so I'm going to reiterate this. So basically, as I'm getting into my load, my hand stretch, everything, so I come back, okay, if I'm here, if I'm looking at the corner of my eye, I might be able to see that baseball the entire flight, right? But if I tuck my chin, okay, if I'm here, okay, my eyes are then squared up with the baseball. I know it's real close to me, but I'm squared up, I can see that ball the entire flight. So basically, if the ball is splitting your eyes, okay, where your shoulder pretty much is staying on there to start, it's going to be a pitch that you're going to want to swing at. If it's a pitch that's starting inside of my eyes, so say I back off a little bit, so say it's starting inside my eyes on my chin tuck, it's a pitch that's going to start on the plate and break off. It's something that you're not going to want to swing at. Okay? So that's the example.